Good afternoon. Topic of discussion today is going to be the Las Vegas luxury market update, September 2013, for the $2 million and plus price point. This is Dale Snyder with the Snyder Group, Team Focus Real Estate here at Keller Williams Realty. So what I want to be really clear on here is we're going to be providing seasonal data and active data to help us trend what's coming and to look back historically to give you the best pulse on what's happening. So right now we're not able to give you that data, and I just want to acknowledge that. So for example, when we're looking at what the sales are like, we want to be able to look at the last 2 years for the whole year and then look at where we're at so far year to date. So we can look at these seasonal fluctuations and really trend what we're seeing and then discuss that. That's going to be the higher level conversation that we're going to be able to have with you. But until we have that data, we're just simply not able to discuss that. So you'll have to reach out to me and we can have that discussion based on your specific price point and product that you're looking at selling or buying. So I hope that makes sense. And then the other thing is going to be the homes on the market. Right now, we're not able to go back to show you that data, but we want to be able to show that month over month pulled from a specific day of the month so we can start to look at the trends there as well. So as we move forward, this is going to become more and more powerful data. So just want to give you that, disclaimer, acknowledge that, so we know there are some gaps in what we're able to provide to you at this point. Let's jump right in. This is an interesting price point. There's a midsummer lull a lot of times in this ultra luxury sector where it's a bazillion degrees out and people want to hang out at their beach house instead of the valley here and roast. So we had a goose egg last month for sales. So let's jump into the data here. All right, average days on market, as you would expect, the average days on market is quite a bit higher. I love the data when you have a goose egg. So the average days on market is 0. So if you list your custom estate, you'll sell it instantly. Wait a minute, that's not what the data is saying. So average days on market has gone down quite a bit. In this price point, we've seen a big reduction in the amount of I don't know if we've seen a reduction in inventory, but we've started seeing more sales in the price point is the way I should state it. Total sales, you'll see that we're seeing around 5 a month. I mean, that's kind of the average of what we're seeing, about 5 in that price point. Average list price to average sales price, there's some wiggle room here, but they are kind of mirroring. There's no huge gaps. So if you look at the next slide is the average list to sales price. 81% is the average. So if you look at month over month, we're seeing, let me go back, July 88%, June 95%, 92% in April, 88% in February and January. So point with that is be ready to negotiate. Sellers, you got to be really strategic about where you're going to price your home, and buyers know that there's some negotiation room. But with that in mind, this average days on market is going to change drastically based on where the seller chooses to price their home. That's a whole nother side conversation. You look at the last graph, the average price per square foot. We're right about 306 per foot in that range. That's going to vary drastically, and I almost don't like using that data. I mean, because in this price point, you can spend, do you have arched roofs? Do you have pocket doors? What's your lot like? I mean, there's a lot of differences that you can be having for upgrades. All right. Let's move on to what's coming here. What I want to address is the amount of homes on the market and our current absorption rate. So we have 129 homes currently on the market, and we are selling about 5 a month, as I discussed, which puts us at about a little over a 2-year supply, which isn't uncommon when you're in that ultra luxury in the Vegas area. What I think is important to go over here is we have 17 in contract. We had no sales last month. So what's going to happen here? How many sales are we going to have next month? This is really what excites me is when we start tracking the pendings versus the solds and the historical year over year data that we're going to be bringing to you is we're going to be able to start to estimate that. I did highlight here, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 17 are short sales. So obviously those ones are probably not closing next month, and they may not close this year. You know how short sales are. So excited to share that data with you. The other important thing to note is 6 out of the 17 are in Southern Highlands. So that's been a really strong market for the last couple of months in the estates there in Southern Highlands. You know, they're performing better than Summerlin or Henderson as a whole right now. And that's a pretty small area. So there's a lot of higher end sales happening in the estates area of Southern Highlands. So what does this mean for you? You know, I would say if you're looking at selling your luxury estate in this price point, the great news is it looks like there's more buyers out there now than there has been in years. So stay tuned. Let's see what closes this month. And if you're considering selling your luxury estate, I'd reach out to me so we can be tracking these to see what's most comparable to your estate and figure out a pricing strategy. If you're a buyer looking to buy, you know, reach out to me as well. Let's start talking about what recent sales are. And I mean, there's some negotiation room. Maybe there's something priced at 3.2 and you're thinking, no, 2.4 is the most I'd be willing to pay on that. Well, it's showing that these sellers are ready to negotiate. So reach out to me. I'd love to have a more educated conversation with you on the luxury market. If you missed the other videos, you can find them here, the 500 to 750,000, 750 to 1 million, 1 million to 2 million, or the general overview for September's luxury market update. And it's also they're going to be below in the description. Hope this information was of value to you. This is Dale Snyder with the Snyder Group, Team Focused Real Estate here at Keller Williams Realty. Make sure to like the video or share it if you found value. Have an awesome day.